All right, let's talk about one of the biggest ideas in all of AI, supervised learning. You might not have heard the term, but trust me, you use it every single day. It's like this secret teacher powering some of the smartest tech you own. So, let's pull back the curtain.
I mean, think about it. How in the world does your email inbox just know what's junk? It's kind of magical, right? It perfectly separates that important message from your boss from, some shady offer for a free cruise. How does it do that?
Well, the answer is actually pretty simple. It has a teacher. That's right. The AI sorting your email didn't just wake up one day and figure it all out. Nope, it was trained step by step by a very, very patient teacher. And that's the idea we're going to dig into. Okay, so to really get how a machine learns this way, it actually helps to think about how we learn. This whole teacher-student thing, it's pretty much the perfect way to think about it.
All right, so here's the textbook definition: supervised learning. Now, the two most important words on this slide are labeled data. Just think of it like this. It's like studying for a big test, but you've been given the entire answer key beforehand. The AI gets to see the question and the right answer again and again and again.
And this labeled data gives the AI what we call its ground truth. That's a cool term, right? It just means this is the undeniable, correct information. It's the source of truth for the model. The best analogy? Flashcards. You've got a picture of something on the front, and on the back, you've got the answer already written down for you. Simple as that. And, this is exactly how we learn as kids. We see a picture of a cat, someone tells us that's a cat. We see another one, maybe a fluffy one, also a cat. Pretty soon, our brains just start to figure out the general vibe of a cat, right? The pattern. And that's precisely what we're trying to get a machine to do. Okay, so we've got our flashcards, this giant pile of labeled data. Now for the fun part. How does a machine actually use them? How do we go from just showing it examples to it, actually learning something? Welcome to the training loop. This is basically the engine room of the whole operation. It works like this. First, you feed the model one of those flashcards, let's say a picture labeled cat. The model takes a guess. Maybe it says dog. Then comes the most important part. We calculate how wrong it was. There's a fancy term for it, loss function, but all it really is a score for its mistake. Based on that score, the model tweaks itself a tiny bit, and then it tries again, and again, and again. We're talking millions or even billions of times. And here's what's so cool about that loop. The model isn't just memorizing the pictures of cats. That'd be useless. No, it's actually trying to reverse engineer the rules. It's trying to figure out the hidden patterns for itself. It's trying to learn what it is about all those pixels that just screams cat. It's cracking the code, not just copying the answers. All right, so our AI student has gone through its training, it's studied all the flashcards, and now it's ready to graduate and get a job. And generally, these models are really, really good at two specific kinds of jobs, either sorting things into different piles or trying to predict a specific number. And this breaks it down perfectly. The first job type is called classification. Its whole goal is to answer the question, what is this thing? It's all about sorting. Is this email spam or not spam? Is this picture a cat or a dog? The other job is regression. This one answers how much or how many. It's not about sorting, it's about predicting a number on a sliding scale. Like, what's the price of this house going to be? Or what's the temperature tomorrow? Two different questions, but both start with that same teacher-led training. So, to really cement this idea, let's do a quick thought experiment. What happens if you take the teacher out of the classroom? What does learning look like then? And this is the absolute key difference. With supervised learning, everything depends on that labeled data, the answer key. But with its counterpart, unsupervised learning, there are no answers. You just hand the AI a gigantic, messy pile of data and say, here, find something interesting. The analogy here is perfect. It's like someone dumping 1,000 old photos in front of you and just saying, sort these, with zero instructions. You have to figure out the patterns and the groups all on your own. It's a completely different kind of task. Okay, so we've got the definition down. We know how it trains. We even know what it's not. So, what's the big deal? Why should you care about this one concept? Let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Well, for one thing, it is everywhere. Seriously, we started with spam detection, right? But it's also the recommendation engine that knows what movie you want to watch next. It's in finance, forecasting stock prices. It's even in medicine, helping predict a patient's risk for a certain disease.
All these incredible, world-changing tools, they're all built on this simple idea of learning with a teacher.
But there is a catch, and it's a really, really important one. Remember, the AI model learns everything from its teacher, from the data we give it. That means the model can only ever be as good or as biased as that data. And this is something we have to be so careful about. If the data we use for training, the teacher, is full of historical biases or unfairness, well, the AI is going to learn those biases as if they are fundamental truths. It doesn't know any better. That ground truth we give it, that becomes its entire worldview.
So that really leaves us with a huge question, doesn't it? The incredible power of supervised learning is that these systems learn directly from us. But the biggest challenge is, well, that they learn directly from us. So as we keep building these amazing AIs, the question we always have to come back to is, if it's learning from our data, what are we really teaching it?